Yo, what's up, Scorpion Gang? How y'all doing? Today we'll be talking about bass lures for young and teen and older fishermen who want to get into fishing. We got bottom lures, top waters, and worms. So first, what we're gonna get into is talk about the worms. So this right here is garlic and salt. You can spray it on a worm, and if they're sick, they'll attack it immediately. Or you can just put it on for fun. Even if they're not sick, they'll still attack it. This thing looks like a charm. Now, going into my worms. I got quite a few kind. This boy here, it's a garlic worm. It already has garlic on it, and salt, as you can see by those small areas. So basically, if you just tie that worm on either a top water buzzbait, bottom water buzzbait, or a Texas rig, which is a hook, then it'll look like a truck. These boys here, they're called crayfish. They're a green watermelon crayfish. If you attach them to a jig, they'll look like a charm. And make sure to let it and go into the fact with the jig right here. Once you cast it, you're going to want to leave it down. Let's say my hand is the bottom of the water. Once it goes down, you just want to do that. Send it up. Or if you want, you can send it up, then do that with a crayfish on it. And it should pretty work, actually. Now, going back to the other one. This boy. This boy is basically like a lizard or something like that. But really, it's a worm. I got this tied onto a top water buzzbait. It actually looks pretty good. And if you can also tie it onto a Texas rig, spinnerbait. Yet this one, it's actually really hard to put on a top water spinnerbait. This boy, right here. It smells like something bass would like, so does this worm and this garlic boy. But the crayfish don't smell like anything, so it'll really work if you allow it. And as you guys can tell, here is basically a lizard to tie onto rigs and stuff. So you can tie it onto a jig, maybe a spinnerbait. Anything could work for it. Now going into the deep water. This guy right here is a deep dive. And kids, listen. If you're new beginners and you want to bass fish, let your parents handle this. These hooks can literally destroy you. They can make you bleed. You can tell by my eyes blinking that I'm being serious. And here's another water crank. Oh my. Sorry guys. Crankbait. You can tell that this one has gold and red hooks on it. These come in multiple colors. Like, as in these, I got a green kind and a blue kind. And these guys, which are also Bombler, you can tell by those little balls in there, it'll make it rattle. Well, so will the hooks. But these small ball things are able to help the fish see it. And this is called the ugly-eyed crankbait. And these got multiple colors as well. As in, for example, this guy, you can tell he's got a small fin on him. And this guy, he's also got a fin in him. Now, going into a few more crankbaits. This guy right here is one that my brother got me for Christmas because it's really good. It's a Rapula BX Brat X crankbait. It works really well for bass. Yeah, one of my personal favorites that I can't wait to try is this guy. It is a crankbait Black Magic 6th Sense. You can get a popper out of it, frog, catwalk. Yes, it is a topper. I know it's a weird name for it. Trust me, I know it's weird. Now this boy right here that I just got for Easter is another deep diver. And during crankbaits, what it does is it just go like this. Like it keeps shake. Like, let's say this is a minnow's butt, okay? From its body, that's goes from right here. It keeps shaking. That'll make the vibration for the bass to see it. And now, this guy is a rattle trap. Trust me, these can work for bass and northern. The reason I say that it works for northern is because my brother used one of these once when I was out fishing with him and my dad, and he caught several northerns. So, they come in separate ones. You can tell that this one's green and blue. But this guy has a fin and it's red, white, and blue. Now, going into a kind that can work for bass and most likely bluegill is this guy. Yes, trust me, I know this guy's really small. Believe me, I know. It can work for bass and bluegill. I have not tried it for bluegill and bass yet, but I know it'll work for bluegill as small as those hooks are. Believe me. Now this guy is a grasshopper crankbait. He also has a little ball in him that you can see, and he has wings. I thought that this was a top water at first before I tried it, but apparently it's a bottom lure. And I'm sure most of you guys will wonder, that's confusing. Trust me, fans, I know it's confusing too. Well, I shouldn't say fans, I should say fans and viewers. But now, There is some sort of crankbait that come in different sizes and can be a top. It's a crankbait, but it doesn't go like down, down, down in the water. It kind of stays up. It's this guy right here. It's basically a jerk bait. That's what I meant to say. But this guy is a top water, shallow crankbait. That's what I was looking for. The jerkbait would go underwater, but if you have, let's say this is a rod, right? And it's going down. If you keep pulling like this, the lure will keep going like that. And if you go that way, it'll go this way. And if you want to go the other way, it'll go that way. And now, going to the spinner baits, these come in several sizes. Starting with the smallest, it's this guy. I got this from one of my friends. You can tell by his little eye right here. And this guy has a really, really small hook. You can, yeah, some of you guys may say you can tie worm on him. You can. And this is what makes it cool about it. It's got this design on it. Now going to another size. It's this guy. You can tell that it has a different design on it. Most spinnerbaits have different designs. Well, they're big. You can tell there's a red knot. And like I forgot to mention with the other one, you tie it right here. Right where my finger's at. And these two would both go, as you can tell. That would attract the bass a lot more. Because here's one that I just bought from a store not too long ago. It's this man. Yes, this dude does have sparkles on him. It's just hard for you to tell. You can tell that this dude has a normal one. Yes, most spinnerbaits do have this circle kind of thing. So that way it can help you not really lose your line exactly. Now, for the biggest spinnerbait of them all that I got so far. This man. Got on my birthday from my brother. Yes, he is a giant. What makes it cool about him is he's got this soccer ball design. And he's got this circle one. And it'll go like this. Or it'll just... spinnerbaits work both ways, okay? It could either go down like this, or it would go up like that. It can work both ways. Bass would not really care. Oh, and I do have another spinnerbait. It's just like that other one I showed you, but it's black and just has a normal spinner to it. And, of course, this guy, of course, is my crayfish crankbait. It works really well. Well, I mean, I've only tried it once, but I haven't caught anything. But there's one that I've caught bass on quite a bit. It's only if I can just remember where I put him. It's this guy. That's when I caught a bass on. And this guy right here, really it's made for walleye, but I think bass could go for it too. When you spin it, you see how this fan thing is rotating? That would attract walleye. And maybe bass. And maybe crappie. If you put a minnow on it, it could attract one of those three things. And of course, this is a different kind of crankbait than others. You can tell how it keeps going back and forth, right? That's a crankbait. It keeps going like that when it goes. It keeps moving its butt back and forth. Now, of course, it's this guy. It's basically a buzzbait, but it's an underwater kind. And the difference between this is a topwater has 3 of these kind of things. This guy only has 2. So I've seen it. Its vibration. It's actually pretty sick. Let me tell you. I'm going back to another one. This is called a chatterdonk. Well, at least that's what Kicking the Bass calls it. He calls it both ways chatterbait and chatterdonk. But I just like to call this chatterdonk. Or chatter, most likely. And the reason they call it that is because it almost looks like a jig, right? But they added this thing to it. Sorry, there's a mosquito. And what it does is it spins. Now going on to the top water lures. This guy, of course, right here, most of you have never seen before. It's a bumblebee topwater. Once you throw it in, this just keeps going like this for both of them, and it keeps making splashes. I've tried it once, and I may have gotten a few bites on it, but nothing that good. And going to the frogs, there's so many kinds. Like this frog, it is for bass. If you're wondering what that is, that's garlic, for my garlic worms. And you can see it has legs, because when you do, its legs just go like that. And here's another kind that's a bit bigger than that normal one. Okay? It does that same thing like that small one. But of course, here's a very much different one. There's 2 kinds of these guys. 2 different kinds. This one I almost caught a bass on when I was out with my dad and my grandma's boyfriend. I almost caught something on it. But when you cast it, compared to this frog, what it does is it just like go underwater, well, with strings, and you just pull it like that. And here's the other kind of this. This one I got from Seals. Most of these I actually got from Seals, including this 6 cent lure that I got. And my brother got these ugly-eyed crankbaits, and I got this thing. It says "Eat Me." It's got strings. Looks like a bass. It's got yellow eyes. and sparkles in his tongue. I bet y'all never seen that before. Well, I'm sure most people have. But of course, this right here is a hula pawpaw. There's a small kind, but this is a big kind. It just goes almost exactly like a pawpaw. And I'm gonna show you the small kind of the hula. This is basically the small kind of the hula. It only has one hook. And it looks exactly like a frog. You can tell that its eyes are right there. And this right here, my friends, this is a jitterbug. So basically, once you get it, it will just make a giant splash. And we got some pawpaws. There's quite a few different kinds, but I only got 2 kinds. This one. Yes, I know you guys may be thinking, oh, come on, bro, it's too big. I kind of agree with you guys. I've tried it once, and of course it got stuck on a tree and I lost one of them. So of course I got four of them. And this guy is most likely for big bass. So, but of course, this guy right here will be made for small and big one. This string, I know this one doesn't have it, but this one can actually help hide the hooks a little bit when you see the string. And this red right here is to stop it from coming undone. Like as you guys can tell, there's some string already trying to come off. And I'll fix it later. And this here, like I said with that other buzzbait that only had 2 that's bottom, this one is a top water because you can tell that by how it has 3 on it. And cause it's green and it goes with the garlic rum. Yes, you might say that it matches with the spinnerbait. It does. I got quite a few green lures because I enjoy having green and blue lures. And red and black, those are mostly my favorite colors. And this here is a Whopper Pawpaw. You can get them in different sizes. You can tell by this thing, when you cast it, what it does is, it just keeps rolling back and forth. Can you see how I'm doing that? It just keeps going back and forth. And this guy right here, I have trouble remembering the name of it. But if there's one thing I do know, it's called a Fire Tiger Spooky Top Water Lure. Well, at least that's what I call it, since I forgot. This I found at Bass Pro Shops. Well, guys, if you guys are ever out on the water and seeing this video, try all these lures out. My next video will most likely be about bluegill stuff. But I'll see y'all next time. Stay awesome, stay great, stay with the Scorpion King. Scorpion King, out.